You're sitting at a dinner table with 9 other people. Maybe it's a family reunion, a work event, a birthday party, so it doesn't matter. You look around. 10 people total. Now here's what I want you to think about. Statistically speaking, out of those 10 people sitting at that table, 9 of them are struggling with money in ways they don't even fully understand yet. 9 of them have less than $1,000 in savings. 9 of them are one unexpected bill away from complete financial chaos. 9 of them will retire broke or not retire at all. But one of them, just one, is quietly winning, quietly building, quietly compounding their way to a completely different life. And the question I want you to sit with right now before we go any further is this: are you that one person, or do you just think you are? Because here's the uncomfortable truth that most financial channels won't tell you. The gap between being average and being above average with money is not about income. It's not about luck. It's not about where you were born or what your parents did. It's about a very specific set of behaviors, habits, and financial benchmarks that separate the people who will thrive from the people who will spend the rest of their lives wondering where all the money went. Today, we're going over 10 signs that you are genuinely, statistically, shockingly above average when it comes to money. And I'm going to back every single one of these up with real data. Some of this is going to surprise you, some of it might even offend you, but all of it is going to be honest. If you hit 7 or more of these, you are in rare territory. Let's find out where you actually stand. Sign number 1. You have more than $1,000 in a savings account. Let's start with the one that shocks people every single time I mention it. According to a Bankrate survey, 57% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency expense from savings. That means if their car breaks down, if they have a medical bill, if their washing machine dies, more than half of the population is immediately reaching for a credit card or calling a family member to borrow money. $1,000. That's it. That's the bar. And the majority of people can't clear it. If you have more than $1,000 sitting in a savings account right now, not invested, just saved, you are already ahead of the majority. That might feel depressing that the bar is that low, but that's exactly the point. The average person's relationship with money is genuinely that fragile. Now, if you have a full 3 to 6 months of expenses saved as an emergency fund, you're not just above average. You're in the top tier of financial preparedness in the entire country. Most people treat an emergency fund like a nice idea. You treat it like the foundation it actually is. Sign number 2. You are investing before you feel ready. Here's a lie that keeps millions of people poor. I'll start investing once I have more money. It sounds logical. It feels responsible even. But it is one of the most expensive sentences a person can say, because what it really means is, I'll start investing never. The Federal Reserve's survey of consumer finances found that only about 58% of American families hold any investment assets at all. And that includes retirement accounts. That means roughly 4 in 10 families have literally zero money invested anywhere. No 401k, no IRA, no brokerage account, nothing. And within the group that does invest, the vast majority started too late. The average American doesn't begin seriously investing until their mid to late 30s, which means they've already sacrificed the most powerful decade of compounding they'll ever have. If you are investing right now, even if it's $50 a month, even if it feels laughably small, you understand something most people don't. The amount matters far less than the habit, especially early on. You are already doing the thing that separates wealth builders from wealth watchers. That is not nothing. That is everything. Sign number 3. You know your net worth. Quick question. What is your net worth right now to the nearest $1,000? If you can answer that without Googling it for 10 minutes, you are already in rare company. Most people have absolutely no idea what they're actually worth financially. They have a vague sense of how much is in their checking account. They might remember their credit, card balance, but a full picture, assets minus liabilities, total number, that's foreign to the majority of people. And here's why this matters. You cannot optimize what you don't measure. The people who build real wealth treat their net worth like a scoreboard. They check it monthly or at minimum quarterly. They watch it grow. They feel the pain when it drops. They understand which moves are helping and which ones are hurting. According to the Federal Reserve, the median net worth of an American family is around $192,000. But here's the catch. That number is heavily skewed by older age groups. For people under 35, the median net worth is closer to $39,000. For people 35 to 44, it's around $135,000. If you know your number and you're actively tracking it over time, you are operating at a level of financial self-awareness that the majority of people will never reach. Sign number 4. Your lifestyle hasn't inflated with every pay raise. This one is sneaky. This one takes out people who actually have high incomes and still end up broke. It's called lifestyle inflation, and it is the silent killer of financial progress. Every time income goes up, new job, promotion, side income, the average person upgrades their lifestyle to match. Bigger apartment, nicer car, better restaurants, more subscriptions. And suddenly, despite earning significantly more than they did 5 years ago, they're saving the exact same percentage, which is often close to zero. There's a phrase that captures this perfectly: keeping up with the Joneses. But what nobody tells you is that the Joneses are broke. The Joneses are financing everything. The Joneses are one layoff away from disaster. If you have experienced meaningful income growth over the past several years and your savings rate has grown alongside it, not just the dollar amount, but the actual percentage, you are practicing something called intentional lifestyle design. You are making a conscious choice to let your wealth grow faster than your ego. That is extraordinarily rare, and it is one of the clearest predictors of long-term financial success. Sign number 5. You have multiple streams of income. The data here is stark. According to IRS statistics and multiple financial studies, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. 7, not 1, not 2. 7. Now, does that mean you need 7 streams to be above average? No. But even having 2 changes your financial profile dramatically. The majority of working adults rely on a single paycheck. One employer, one income, one point of failure. If that job disappears tomorrow, and in today's economy that is not a remote possibility, everything stops. If you have any form of secondary income, a side business, freelance work, dividend income, rental income, royalties, even a small monetized hobby, you are building the kind of financial architecture that most people only read about. You are reducing your dependence on any single source. You are creating optionality. And optionality is what financial freedom actually looks like before it becomes financial freedom. Even $200 a month from a second source changes your psychology around money. It changes how you think about risk. It changes what feels possible. And those mental shifts compound just like money does. Sign number 6. You use credit cards and pay them off monthly. Credit cards are one of the most fascinating financial tools in existence because they are simultaneously the thing that's making banks billions of dollars off the middle class and one of the best wealth-building instruments available if you use them correctly. The average American household carries $7,951 in credit card debt, according to recent data from Experian. And the average interest rate on that debt? Over 21%. That means the average family is paying over $1,600 per year just in interest. Money that is completely and permanently gone, building wealth for a bank, not for them. If you use credit cards for the rewards, the purchase protection, the travel points, and then pay the balance in full every single month, you are literally being paid to spend money you were going to spend anyway. You are using a tool that destroys most people's finances to actually benefit yours. This is not complicated, but it requires discipline and a fundamental understanding of how interest works. Most people don't have both. If you do, you're ahead. Sign number 7. You understand the difference between assets and liabilities. This sounds basic. It is not basic in practice. Robert Kiyosaki made this concept famous. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. Simple. Except that most people spend their entire lives accumulating liabilities while calling them assets. The clearest example, a car. Most people will tell you their car is worth money, so it's an asset. But a car depreciates the moment you drive it off the lot, costs you insurance, fuel, maintenance, and registration every single month, and produces zero income. By any real financial definition, a car is a liability for the vast majority of people. The same conversation applies to houses, which is more complicated and more controversial. But the point stands that a primary residence is not necessarily the wealth-building asset most people believe it to be. If you genuinely understand the difference, and more importantly, if you are actively acquiring real assets like index funds, dividend stocks, rental properties, or businesses, you think about money in a fundamentally different way than the average person. You're not just earning and spending. You're building a machine that earns for you while you sleep. Sign number 8. You don't use YOLO as a financial strategy. Let's be honest for a second. There is an entire cultural movement that dresses up poor financial decisions as freedom and spontaneity. You only live once. Money isn't everything. I'd rather have experiences than savings. And look, there is truth in valuing experiences. There is truth in not being so obsessed with money that you miss your life. But there is a massive difference between intentional spending on things that genuinely matter to you and using philosophical-sounding phrases to justify consistently making decisions that will hurt future you. The data is brutal here. A significant portion of Americans say they have no retirement savings at all. None. And it's not all because they don't earn enough. It's because of decisions made you only live once at a time. If you think about your future self as a real person, someone whose quality of life you are directly affecting with every financial decision you make today, you are operating with a level of temporal awareness that the average person genuinely lacks. You understand that the sacrifices you make now have compound interest, just like the money you invest. And that is a rare and powerful way to think. Sign number 9. You've automated your finances. Here's something counterintuitive. The best financial decisions are the ones you never have to make. Every time you have to actively choose to save money, you're fighting against your brain, your environment, social pressure, and the entire advertising industry simultaneously. That's an unfair fight, and willpower is a terrible long-term financial strategy. The people who consistently build wealth have largely removed willpower from the equation. Their savings are automated. Their investments are automated. Their bills are on auto-pay so they never miss a payment. Their system runs in the background, building wealth while they live their life. Set it and forget it is not laziness. It is the highest form of financial discipline because it removes the single biggest variable in personal finance, which is human emotion and decision fatigue. According to behavioral economics research, people who automate their savings save significantly more than those who try to manually transfer money at the end of the month. Because at the end of the month, life has happened, emergencies have come up, and the willpower to save what's left is simply not there. If your savings and investments happen automatically before you can even see the money, you have hacked one of the hardest problems in personal finance. Most people are still fighting it manually and losing. Sign number 10. You are actively investing in your financial education, and this one is the one that ties everything together. None of the previous 9 signs appear by accident. Nobody wakes up accidentally knowing the difference between assets and liabilities. Nobody stumbles into automating their finances or understanding compound interest. This knowledge has to be sought out. It has to be learned, internalized, and applied. And the data on financial literacy in this country, and frankly in most countries, is sobering. Studies consistently show that a large majority of adults cannot pass a basic financial literacy test. Questions about interest rates, inflation, diversification, compound growth, the foundational concepts that determine how every single financial decision in your life plays out. Most people get them wrong. If you are here, watching this, taking notes, thinking critically about where you stand, you are doing something that the average person is not doing. You are treating financial education as an ongoing practice, not a one-time event. You understand that the money game has rules, and that learning those rules is not optional if you want to win. Every hour you spend genuinely learning about personal finance, investing, and wealth building has a return on investment that most conventional investments can't match. Because the knowledge you gain doesn't just apply to one decision. It applies to every financial decision you will make for the rest of your life. Reverse. Final breakdown. Where do you stand? All right, let's add it up. 0 to 3 signs. You have significant work to do, and the most important thing right now is not to feel bad about where you are. It's to understand that every single one of these signs is learnable and achievable. The fact that you're watching content like this puts you ahead of people who aren't even asking the questions. 4 to 6 signs. You are in the mix. You have some genuinely strong financial habits and some real gaps. The good news is that you already have momentum. Identify which signs you're missing and treat each one as a specific project with a deadline. 7 to 9 signs. You are genuinely above average, not by a little, by a lot. You are in the top percentile of financial awareness and behavior for your age group, whatever that is. Keep compounding. Keep learning. Don't get complacent. 10 out of 10. Honestly, you either have your life together in a way that most people never will, or you're being slightly generous with yourself in the self-assessment. Either way, keep going. The game never ends. The variables just get larger. Here's the final thing I want to leave you with today, and I want you to actually think about this. The difference between the person who builds real wealth and the person who doesn't is almost never intelligence. It's almost never income. It's almost never luck. It is, over and over and over again, a set of small, consistent, boring, unsexy decisions made over a long period of time. It's the automation you set up on a Tuesday afternoon. It's the lifestyle inflation you chose not to indulge. It's the financial book you read instead of scrolling social media. The math of compound interest is not complicated. What's complicated is human behavior. And if you can get your behavior right, if you can align your daily actions with your long-term interests, the math will do the rest. You already know more than most people. Now go prove it with your decisions. Drop a comment below and tell me honestly, how many did you hit? And which one was the wake-up call?